It's time to sit down, grab a seat, don't be late. Click that stream, it's gonna be great. We're diving in deep with the liquid flow. He's breaking it down on the ultimate show. The chat is lit, the takes are hot. The dabble drama, we're getting a lot. It's time to sit down and watch Dabbling in the Verse with the great liquid, yeah, forget the rest, this is first. He's gonna talk about what's going on tonight in the Dabble verse. Get your popcorn right, talking stuttering John, yeah, here we go. Carl in Rochester bringing that flow. The Shuley Network, you already know. So grab a beer and let's watch the show. He's got the clips, got the takes, got the vibe. Dabbling detectives on a wild ride. You want the lore, you want the beef. Liquid's got the sauce and zero grief. From parody wars to podcast crimes, we're breaking it down one stream at a time. So sit down and tune in, Dabbling in the Verse. Forget your worries, forget your curse. We're talking legends and loud cows too. A little bit petty, a whole lot true. Yeah, stuttering John, what's he done now? Carl in the mix with that audio pal. And Shuley's crew's got the circus in tow. So grab a beer and let's watch the show. But you chose here. Welcome to the verse. Let's get weird. One more time for Dabbling in the Verse. It's Liquid's world and we're fully immersed. From trolls to tales to classic feuds, this show's got all the dabbling moods. He's talking John, Carl, and Shuley's crew. So crack that beer, maybe crack one too. It's prime time and you already know. Let's watch the show. Let's go!
Welcome to Dabbling in the Verse, the only show on the internet that starts on time. Okay, but not without issues. I have an overlay that I wanted to do, but there we go. How about we do this? And it has no audio, of course. As Jake upset with me and Mumbling Nick. So here we go.
I got a couple haters that want to hate on me now.
Who's hating on you?
OG Mumbling Nick.
Who's Mumbling Nick?
Who is Mumbling Nick and Liquid Cryptid indeed? That was from, I believe, I want to say yesterday. Jake was on Chad Zumach, and he had been hearing a mouthful of me and Nick from none other than everybody's favorite raiza. Yes, she's been pretty much lighting up me and Nick for the last couple of days, doing her media tour with Bobby Nick, and telling everybody what scumbags me and Nick are for doing things like exactly what was happening on the shows she was on. Just literally, they're talking about the same exact shit about Jake. Well, not exactly the same exact shit. We'll get into that in a little bit. For right now, I want to talk about the show earlier yesterday. Was it? Oh man, I forgot to link it. It's Bobby Nick's. It's like chill number 41 or whatever, chill out thing, where she and Nick got into it because of course they did.
So Mumbling Nick, yes, last night you chose to do a show. I actually didn't see it. It was all mostly about Jake Hudson, right? Mostly about Jake Hudson.
Yeah.
and they still haven't seen it.
Let me back up real quick. So the night before that, I did I did a stream, just me. It was less than an hour. It was something I've been thinking about doing for a few days. It was more like a solidarity thing for like Krishan and Pulper and some other people that, Jake did what he did because of.
Hold on. Jake blocked Pulper?
No, so I don't know if he blocked Pulper. I think he kicked him out of the stream though.
I'd just like to say I don't believe he actually blocked Pulper. I'm not exactly sure how that went. I think Nick was just upset with how he was treated. But
that was going on with what's her face, the Ashley Cummings stream. I think he kicked him. It wasn't like a block. I think he was timed out or asked to leave. But God, all right. There's like a side thing on it. That group chat that Jake always has set up. Yeah, I know Pulper extremely generous. Gave Jake a $200 gift card, then a $250, like $450 to Amazon.
And we're just going to go through Mumbling Nick's account of what happened. It's pretty much my same account of what happened. And he does a really good job of explaining it, maybe better than I did, but it's a really good explanation to these guys who will not and cannot and would not actually watch any of this. That goes for Raiza.
In the same week, right?
Yeah,
and Jake was very appreciative.
He was.
And everything. And then remember, like a little while later, Jake's doing his thing, like looking for, spamming the chat with his, his whatever, his wish list, his buy me a coffee, is this and that. And Pulper's like, "Hey Jake, I'm sorry. I have
fuck you.
I have heat stroke." He's like, I worked 12 hours straight in the garage. It was like 100 degrees. I'm very sick. I had heat stroke once before, like 15 years ago, and almost died. And I expected Jake to be like, "Oh, sorry to hear that, blah, blah, blah." Instead, he goes, "Hey, here's my email address." Like in case, because Pulper had asked for his email address before to send him a gift card.
Anybody who's
then when there was no response, he sent his Amazon wish list. And then a few days later,
I'm Mumbling Nick.
And then
what's funny is after this, they all started agreeing with Nick and disagreeing with Ava.
And then Pulper a few days later was trying to explain, "Yeah, Jake, I'm still sick, this and that," and it was just the Amazon. Like it surprised me because I see Jake always like trying to help people out publicly, like, "Hey, this person's losing their house. Can you help them? This send out the GoFundMe, or this person, whatever." So I was surprised that someone that was very, generous to him with their money, but it seemed like that's all Jake saw them as, is money. So it kind of bothered me. I didn't know if I was misreading it, but that was part of it. But the Krishan thing and how he was like, I don't know. Like I even said in the video, I'm not mad at Jake for kicking Krishan out. Jake was put in a tough spot. He had a guest on who he really likes, and she was asking him to get people to leave the chat. And so he did, but it was kind of like how he's
and we talked about this on the show that Ava is so pissed about over us, calling us a bunch of yentas and chicks and broads. We all said that if it was our show, which Bobby Nick is about to talk about, if it was our show, we would not kick him out. But we all understand that for Jake, this is a dilemma. And this is maybe a part that Ava didn't see or understand or want to listen to.
You got it. That's what he does.
Well,
but I did think that was pretty unfair of her to do.
Exactly. And that was our point.
I even said it in the video.
Hey, Ava, why aren't you pissed off at Bobby Nick right now? Why aren't you yelling at Bobby Nick? Because this was exactly our fucking point on that show that you criticize us for trashing Jake over.
God, I've talked to Ashley because I'm someone that doesn't. I know a lot of people don't like Ashley. I don't hate Ashley.
I don't either.
She seemed a little off that night. I'd never really seen her quite like that before. And yeah, she told me she was all
just drunk
buzzed up and drunk. So
I don't know.
Because she was drunk, she was getting a little more whatever. But anyway,
It's no
Jake was, you
excuse.
could tell Jake was having almost anxiety over the whole thing. So
He was.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't think Krishan blamed him for kicking him out. I didn't blame him. It's just how he's dealt with it since then.
No, we
It's
all
Right, Rob.
blamed
What are you,
Ash.
his fucking? What are you, his parole officer?
we
Get
went
off
through
his
this
ass.
yesterday, Ava.
Oh,
Give me
come
a
on,
break.
Abel.
No, you're a fucking idiot. Is the problem.
So
It's
No, I just
what
would
he
also like
does.
to point out, I talked to Nick about this, and basically, Wendy doesn't like when people argue, so Nick is trying to keep it light. But no, Ava is being exceptionally irritating.
Nick,
I've known him for years. He's done this for years.
Seriously.
so
Yeah.
It gets tiresome sometimes.
Yeah, it does. But
But he
I'll
did
say
this-
this. I was someone who, obviously, when I first got involved with Jake, the first time I had him on, obviously some of his haters or trolls showed up in the chat, and they're telling me this, that, and this, and I'm like, I don't know anything
Same.
about
I
that.
pretty much ignored him.
I'm not gonna go. If Jake's just coming on, I'm not gonna throw that at him. These accusations. So I didn't, and of course, people tell me stuff all the time, and I'm like, I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not. Jake's been good to me. I like Jake, so I'm just gonna let it go.
Pretty much
And
the
then,
same.
and whenever he would do things that I didn't agree with, I always chalked it up at his autism was causing it, or his ADHD, whatever. Like he couldn't really help himself.
I generally tried to hold him.
And then I
hold his
kind
feet
of
to the
noticed
fire.
lately that he does make calculated decisions, so he can help himself with certain things.
And we got some examples of that coming up, actually, where he goes on Bobby Nick after this show, the Lunatic Lounge, and he's very apologetic for everything, even though Ava says, "Oh, it's a masterclass in taking Nick down." When all he is doing is saying, "Sorry, I love you. This is great. I'm going to give you money." And he apologizes for like everything to everybody because that's part of his shtick. That's part of his what Nick is actually talking about is he knows that if he goes in and apologizes and acts like, "Oh, I have these problems and that problems and this and that and the other thing," everybody will go, "Oh, it's okay. It's just Jake being Jake, and Jake is jaking," and he knows that that's what will happen. And that's one of Mumbling Nick's criticisms of Jake and how he thinks that he's actually manipulating people because Jake is smarter than he leads on.
So it was more like me trying. The video I made was more trying to, hey Jake, you shouldn't. Like, all right, if we keep letting Jake do this to his friends, and then be like, "Oh, it's all right, Jake," it's like, are we enabling him? Or like, are we hurting him in the long
To
term?
make that mistake. We fucking went on a tirade about a year ago.
Oh yeah. We've done the same thing. It didn't help.
So, Ava, why aren't you yelling at him?
Yeah, no, to be
I notice Ava isn't saying they're attacking
I
Jake.
hate to interrupt you, OG
go
and
ahead, honey.
Bobby,
Yep.
but OG, I snapped you the other night when you was interviewing Bobby and Jen, and I took it down because I did not know if you were going to strike me
If
or not.
anybody wants to,
Oh, Wendy, no.
I told her
can-
you would never do that.
I want to say, if anybody wants to stream snipe Dabbling in Politics, Dabbling in the Verse, me or anything, feel free. Feel absolutely free to do so. I will not strike you. I'm not taking any down. You can put it up freely, restream it, rebroadcast it, do whatever you want.
You can snipe me anytime, Wendy. That's actually
Yeah.
flattering. No, I don't
that's
strike
anybody.
anybody, Wendy.
Okay.
No, never. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I
Wendy,
left that
I
in
make
there.
no
I
money
just wanted
off
to
this.
point
I do
out.
it for fun. Absolutely.
I
If you
want to
snipe
point
me,
out
I
that
would be
Nick
honored,
and
so
I are
thank you.
not. I'm
You're
not going to
welcome.
Yeah.
not going to go after anybody
Um,
for putting our shit.
So yeah.
But-
Anyway, I know I'm not explaining this, Wally. People want to go watch the video at some point, but I just had different things. Not things that the things that I don't think Jake can control. I wasn't criticizing. It was things I think he can, and just trying to say, Jake, if you work in this, maybe you'll get better. Now, to be fair, I was told by a bunch of people, people have tried this before.
Absolutely.
He's just going to go after you. It's not going to work. Don't bother.
Yeah,
So
It's
I
true.
was thinking
Yeah,
about it
it's
for
true.
days,
We've all gone into
and
that knowing
so
that.
I didn't do it. And then finally, I think it was the second time over the weekend, he went on one of Matt's late streams, and Matt's like, "I'm sending the link to somebody," and Jake's like, "It better not be Krishan. If it's Krishan, I'm leaving." And I was like, "Krishan didn't do anything." So that's when I did it. He only kicked Krishan off because of Ashley, but now he's like manufactured this fake grudge against Krishan that I don't understand.
And now I don't even think he likes
you're
Ashley
an
anymore.
innocent, well-meaning person who just didn't know what he was like.
How
We
well-meaning of a person, and how much is he letting it go if he's hosted like Mean Girls 1 and 2, like Jake Hudson edition for Tuesday or
Well, that wasn't what it was.
Saturday and Sunday, 2 nights in a row.
Well,
Bitching
meaning in the
It
sense
wasn't
of
Saturday
when-
and Sunday, 2 nights in a row. It was Sunday morning and Sunday, well, led into Monday morning. And the first one was Nick, and she's been told this, so she's purposefully lying and purposefully trying to get everybody else on her side against Nick.
and have fun.
Okay, number one, Saturday all by myself. I didn't host anything, right?
It was like
and it was
Sunday
like 3 in the
morning,
morning. So like
It
I
was
didn't
a
even know if
Saturday
anyone was
morning
gonna
at
watch the fucking thing.
You're stewing about it at 3 in the morning?
Yeah, stewing at 3 in the morning. So then
That might not be a Jake problem. That might be a
that's I'm guessing it's partly an OG mumbling Nick problem too. That's totally
mostly
fair.
an
How about
Ava
that?
problem.
Yeah, I got my own issues. Don't worry. But and then last night, I was never. This is gonna sound like a cop-out, but I swear on anything, it was not. It wasn't supposed to be what it turned into. I
That is
usually do
true.
my political show on Sunday night with Liquid Cryptid. I was at the beach on Cape Cod all day. He messages me and trying to figure out what we're gonna do because our guest we were supposed to interview backed out. And I was gonna message other people, but I don't like doing that because I don't want anyone to feel like they're second choice on or anything, whatever. So he's like, Stuttering John just came back. Why don't we just, instead of doing dabbling in politics, we'll do one of your other shows or whatever, and we'll talk about John. And I was like, yeah, all right. And
That was literally the plan. I said, hey, let's talk about what you talked about Jake last night. We'll do I'm trying my best, and we'll talk about what you talked about Jake last night. And then, because I had some thoughts, and then we'd go into the John stream that was terrible. And my thoughts were basically, too many people care about other people on the internet blocking them, and they get in these real crazy parasocial relationships like Ava is in with Jake and probably Wendy, because she's got some weird sexual fascination with slow people, and they're not your friends. But a lot of people think people online are their friends, but they're not. And you get in these weird parasocial relationships. And that's all I was talking about until Krishan came on.
then he goes, and I want to briefly talk about the video you made on Jake. So it was his idea. I was like, okay.
Once again, I said it yesterday on this channel, on the stream yesterday. I even had clips. I still have the clips from the John stream that I haven't gone over or haven't done yet because of all this stuff. But I actually have a lot of other stuff I had planned, but this Jake stuff came up. So, hey, strike while the iron's hot.
So
All right.
he talked about it. We talked about it for just me and Liquid for about 20 minutes,
Chill.
30 minutes. And then we started watching the Stuttering John stream. And then Krishan showed up in the chat and wanted to come in and comment. So, of course, I wanted to hear what he had to say. So we brought him on. So then we stopped
As an
talking about
interested
John
party.
so we could talk about Jake again with Krishan. Then Peep showed up. Then Ava showed up. So then the rest of the show just became this Jake thing that I never planned. And
Well, everybody was
know,
having, I'll say everybody was having a fun time. We were all, just talking about Jake stuff. No different than what's going on in the 2 episodes of the Bobby Nick whatever shows that Ava was on, this one and then the one immediately after. Literally we didn't talk like they do. I mean, we didn't talk about Jake's dick for minutes on end. We didn't talk about Jake's masturbation habits for minutes on end, which we will see. Well, we won't see that. I cut that out because we're not like that. We're talking about actual things to help Jake. We're not talking about how many times a day he masturbates like Ava likes to talk about.
Chris Peeps, I like the guy, but he obviously, I think he's on a different level, and I think he would tell people that. He said some things I wasn't really comfortable that he said.
Yeah.
You sounded really comfortable.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, try to sound more cunty.
Yeah, maybe I should have spoke up
Maybe
and
if
said
you
don't
sound
say
more
it, but
cunty,
yeah,
Alva,
but I
people,
did know.
Dude, I have totally lost
come to
count
your
on who
side.
said what.
All right. Yeah, it's very confusing. So I don't know. I just made that video hoping Jake and I knew 99% chance it wasn't going to work. And to be fair, the one thing that gets overlooked, I actually sent Jake the link last night. I'm hoping he would come on to talk.
He
I
didn't
figured
come
he
on,
wouldn't,
okay.
but it wasn't like I was trying to do anything behind Jake's back. I'm doing it right there, and I even sent him the link. But I don't even think he looked. I'm not Mr. Big Shot, so he's not looking out for my link or whatever. So
I don't know. Hey,
yeah.
Nick, he was saying yesterday that he looked at your profile and you blocked him on Twitter.
I did because I knew he was about to block me, so I figured I'd just beat him to the punch.
right.
Yeah.
Literally,
Okay.
just
See,
beat him to
that's
the
very
punch by
telling
like a
about
minute.
Nick that he had to do that.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, I guess
Did
it
you
can
do
be,
that
but
first?
yeah.
Nick is sounding so professorial and like so calm and all that, but he blocked Jake. Like he's acting like a broad.
But it's okay if when Jake blocks people, he's an alpha male. But when you block Jake, you're acting like a broad.
Jake is just being Jake, and Nick is butthurt about something, and he blocks
Nobody's
Jake.
butthurt about
then starts
anything. Maybe you're
talking
butthurt. I think Ava's the one that's butthurt about shit.
shit about him for 3 hours, and then was mad at him for not coming on to defend himself. Jake
No, we're
can do
not
whatever
mad.
he
We're
wants
not
to.
Yeah, I
mad. We're
think
not
talking
butthurt.
shit-
I hate when people fucking do this stupid shit where they put emotions and intentions on other people like this. It's common on the left, so it makes sense that Ava would be into this because she's an idiot lefty that doesn't know anything and has no idea how to argue. So all she does is resort to personal attacks and putting different intent and actions and emotions onto people. Nobody's fucking butthurt. We're adult men. We have families, and we're talking about a subject that interests us.
It is we went through this last night, but whatever, go watch it. If people think it's talking shit, whatever you want. The rest of us didn't. I didn't only focused on certain things.
Literally talk
like
less
how he
shit
was treating Krishan and other people.
We're literally being more gracious to Jake than this episode that I clipped from and the next one. These people are being vicious and fucking just disgusting and absolute, I don't know, monster. Ava's a fucking weirdo. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna see that in the next package that I put together. It's fucking
and
weird.
I gave him granted he didn't ask, but I gave him some advice how I thought he could make more money on the streams. If he asked for it, he should ask for it every stream, but ask for it less. Ask for it like every half hour, this and that.
And we all
when
agreed
he's by
with this.
himself,
We
he
all
never
said,
talks,
yeah,
he's
maybe
quiet.
not do it every
But when he
5
has a
minutes.
guest on, you can't get a word in. So I'm like, Jake, you're so smart. You have all this knowledge in your head. When you're by yourself, just talk like you would when you had a guest, and just go, and then be like, by the way, if you want to support the stream, blah blah blah. And I swear he would get.
What's wild is that is actually pretty good advice that Nick is giving. Give people a show and they'll be prompted to give you money rather than just sit there and moan and put out your links to your different ways to donate. And then in the next episode after this, these are all people that are talking about how they love it when Jake just sits there and does nothing. And these are people that think they have Jake's best interest in mind. Jake's here trying to make money, and they like it. They like it. They love it when Jake does stuff that basically turns everybody off and makes everybody go, "Oh, there's just silence here. There's nothing going on," and then leave.
More people donating. It's just when he sits there in silence, and then the only thing he says is every 2 minutes he's asking for the money. I know that turns people off, so I was just trying to give some advice for that. That's all. I wasn't being a dick about it. I was just he wants to make money, so I think that's a way he can make more money than he's making now.
Wendy, what do you think about Nick's approach with this Jake thing? Do you think that he should have just
It's great. Ava always has to deflect and distract and get away from the actual subject at hand because she's not listening or not hearing what anybody's saying. So she goes to Wendy several times to ask her questions, and Wendy shoots her down.
had Jake on in the first place,
both
or
times.
instead of doing 2 shows about him?
I think he did 2 good shows, but
Yeah.
Jake should have went on there when he sent him the link because they could have worked things out.
Thank
So
you,
the
Wendy.
question is,
But I
no.
even think, and that's a very fair question,
answer is,
Ava. But I think, and anyone here will know, I don't think Jake would have stayed on for more than 30 seconds.
No, he wouldn't have.
No,
the
he
slightest
Probably
bit of
not.
criticism, yeah.
Probably not. He doesn't. He is very timid of people, especially when he feels like he's ganged up on. So that's the only problem there. But I've been dealing with Jake for I think a little over 2 years now, I think. And yeah, I mean I've been blocked probably at least 20, 30 times. And I've gone through all the emotions you're going through.
We're not really going through any
Nick,
emotions.
but you know what? Now I'm at the point where it's just like, okay, Jake's gonna Jake. Jake is Jake. I can't. I've
I've been
tried
there since the beginning, so.
to help him out. He does his own thing anyway. So I don't know.
OJ. I mean, not OJ. Sorry, OJ. Didn't mean to call you.
It's all right. Happens all the time, Wendy. Happens all the time.
Call him OJ constantly.
I tried to help Jake, but I have a block everywhere. But Jake, I still listen to Jake and support Jake, but I'm just waiting
From afar.
till he's in a better mood.
Yeah, I get that, Wendy. Yeah, I still listen to Jake. I listened to him twice today.
I actually don't.
I think Jake's show is very entertaining. I'll never take that away from Jake, and I like Jake. I also think it was kind of telling last night when Ava went on.
I like Jake. I'll give my opinion on Jake's show right now because a lot of these people are big Jake fans and they got to watch him all the time. I am not really a huge Jake fan. I think his show's kind of boring. But hey, to each their own. I'm not to say who finds whatever entertaining. I find stuff entertaining that probably you don't, and you find stuff entertaining that I don't. That's all I'm saying. But I just wanted to interject that real quick, just to get a foundation that I'm not really a big Jake fan. I mean, I like Jake. I think he's fun to talk to. He's fun to be on his show, and it's fun to talk to the people that he attracts. And he has his moments, but I got better things to do than to listen to Jake Hudson.
With you guys, Bobby, and Jake just started going the block like me and Liquid and all that, and he literally has no idea what either one of us. He has no idea what either one of us said.
Oh man,
I got a couple haters that want to hate on me now.
Who's hating on you?
OG Mumbling Nick.
Who's Mumbling Nick?
I just love that.
At this moment, he has no idea. Like he's going on Chad Zumach saying, "OG Mumbling Nick blocked me." He's trying to. He has no idea what I said. But
he knows you're talking shit. He doesn't know.
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that we're talking shit because we're not. He knows that you said that we're talking shit.
He knows you told him something.
Well,
That's all he knows. So that just shows how quickly he'll do that.
You're behaving in a very needy way. You
No,
need him
you're
to watch
behaving
your
like a
whole show
cunt.
where you badmouth.
I don't need him to watch anything. I want to make the one show.
You need him to make better decisions in his personal life. You need him to
We
monetize
don't need
the way
him
that
to
you
do
approve.
anything. We would
I think
like
you need
you
to
to
back
tell the
off here.
fucking
You
truth
sound
for
like a
once.
needy broad.
I guess I was just trying to help the guy out, man. That's all. Sorry. I mean,
We're not needy at all. We don't need anything from Jake whatsoever. What we would like to have, as I said, I talked over it, I know, would be Ava to tell the truth, which she is not. She is just going off of what she thinks happened, but she doesn't know what happened because what she said is happening here did not happen.
You should hear me and Jake go at it, man. I've gone scorched earth on him, and I still haven't been blocked. I don't get it.
I don't know how.
It doesn't get blocked.
He is the cruelest to the people who are nicest.
Oh,
But yeah, I think Nick, you should. I think you're having an episode this week, like an emotional episode, and you owe Jake an apology. Jake doesn't owe you anything. Jake is.
You see, this is where Nick is just kind of like, I'm sure he's stewing. Well, I don't want to talk for Nick, but I'm stewing by this point. And as I said, Nick is playing it cool because Wendy doesn't like altercations like this. Apparently, Ava didn't get that message, even though she is there because she wants to talk to Wendy. And as you can tell, she has no interest in talking to Wendy.
Because O is right, and you're wrong on this one.
Could
See,
be.
this is where everybody
Could be.
left it off.
Don't back down,
I'm
Nick.
sure I agree with
No,
that.
no, I was.
I don't totally agree with that either.
Come on, Nick.
I would like to know what type
Everybody
of
left it
drugs
off
you're
for that
on to
stupid
make
fucking
you believe
statement.
that completely.
Come on, Nick.
I love Jake.
Are you are you gonna take that shit, Nick?
Yeah, come on.
See, Av is my buddy. Now I'm trying. Even
Maybe
though
not
I'm
for
Av over here, I'm trying.
Nick
But,
can do whatever he wants.
All right,
was trying-
you just sit there and
Still friends with
behave
Oliver.
then, right?
I was trying to do something a little different, and usually, and I'm sure I'm not the first to do this, but since I've been involved with Jake, usually people kind of do this sort of thing after Jake has blocked them and this and that. I was like, you know what? I'll try and do it before. Jake has never blocked me for. I'm sure he tried to now, but
He didn't block you. He just threw you out of the group chat.
yeah. Well, he blocked.
Yeah.
me
You're
on
gone.
I got blocked on YouTube today because
I would think that, Nick knows if he was blocked. I was blocked. I was blocked everywhere and thrown out of the group chat.
him and I were in the same chat on a video. So I commented, and all of a sudden I couldn't see anything he was writing anymore. So he must have blocked me on YouTube.
I
But-
was
I
just
feel like
speaking
I
out
feel
of
like
school
you've been
again.
with Krishan.
He has
Krishan
no idea
knows
what she's
this
talking about
Jake.
here.
Krishan's just butthurt because Jake blocked him because he was
Krishan
trying to
isn't
get
butthurt.
No,
from
so
Ashley.
this one's a little different, I think, because I said it's not the like.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
Jake keeps
She
saying,
she keeps throwing intentions and emotions onto people that aren't true because she's trying to make some sort of emotional argument that makes no sense, and it's honestly just pissing people off, to tell you the truth.
you know, the opinions of my guests are not my opinions of my own. So it's like, and he literally goes, Krishan doesn't have an issue with me. He has it with Ashley. It's like,
Right.
okay, so why are you blocking him and refusing to unblock him or going and just like nothing happened? Now all of a sudden Krishan's yellow and a beta and like I have no idea what nothing happened. They were really good friends doing streams together, literally up until Ashley talked Jake into kicking him off, and now like I don't know. Krishan had the theory that he thinks Jake, and it could be true. I never thought of this, and just doesn't like to deal with this stuff. So it's like, all right, I'll just
No, he
put
doesn't.
Krishan off to the side. Now I don't have to deal with bringing him back, and then whatever he's going to say to me when I unblock him. So it's kind of like, I'll toss it aside, and that's that. He's just.
But
gone.
I think
In
think the
fairness,
biggest thing-
she probably didn't say anything.
But I think the biggest thing with Jake is that he has been extremely attacked on YouTube before. You know,
I'm sure.
so
yeah.
he's
Especially most of the
he
people
just
in this panel.
he does that with everybody. You know, he's on his guard until he's not. But then he could be your friend. But you know, it's all a cycle, right? Jake will block you, then he'll unblock you, and then he'll block you again, and then he'll unblock you. It happens over and over again. You know, so
Yeah, I think the point I was trying to make is like I knew all that, and I was just
I look
like everyone
everywhere
else,
for you.
just watching it happen. But I didn't know if we were harming Jake by just saying that's all right. But like, obviously he's got issues, but even when you have anger issues or this or that, you still go to like counseling to work on them and this and
Exactly.
that. And so you still be like, okay, Jake, I understand why you're doing this, but we need to work
the
on
sort
it.
of things we were
Like,
talking
I don't
about.
I
Baba.
don't think Jake's gonna ever be able to control how easily he gets angry.
you sound like it. You sound like
should-
he's he's you're his ex-girlfriend right now.
You sound like a fucking. Actually, Ava sounds like a fucking battered wife, to tell you the truth. Oh, he's actually pretty
Like,
nice.
he's got a good guy, but like I just
All right, what
He-
happens
he
when
does-
Jake
he
does
does-
this to the wrong person? Well, he's gonna do this to the wrong
Exactly.
person someday, and what's gonna happen?
Yeah, look what
he
happened
has.
with look
He
what
has.
happened with
Like-
Joey C and JBX when JBX showed up at his fucking door. Yeah, that prime example right there.
What
I
happened?
do agree with Nick. Oh, he just showed up at the guy's doorstep.
I'll be
wanting
honest
to
with
fight.
you. I don't think Jake holds on to people that long. I mean, he had this, like, when I first started going on a show, he had this one weirdo who, after the show in the backstage, he's all like trying to pretend he's some sort of super hacker or whatever, and I'm just like, dude, I know more about this shit than you. It's like, he's like, well, I got your IP. I'm like, no, you don't. Go fuck off. And interestingly enough, haven't seen him since.
threatening. He said Joey C had been doxing him.
Wait,
Like,
who showed up at someone's door?
JBX. showed up at Joey C's store.
Somebody even brandished a gun in that video.
Yeah, I saw that video.
It was a big,
all crazy.
Yeah.
Like everything else, she has an opinion on. She doesn't know anything about it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
but that motherfucker could never show
Bobby.
any proof that anybody doxed him. So we think he was.
No.
Who was just getting material or not material?
I'm sorry. I gotta agree with Nick on this one. You know, if it's a problem, you know, he does need some kind of counseling or something.
Yeah, but we've been trying for years.
There's nothing wrong with
Hello?
it.
You guys hear me?
Murdered.
Hello?
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you, Bobby.
Okay. My shit went out for a minute. I don't know what the hell.
Bobby.
Well,
Yes,
you're tripping.
Do you know if Jake ever went to go have his thing looked at?
Oh, I have no idea. She means his
Shots
tooth.
fired. Shots fired.
She means his tooth.
I just let that in.
Not his.
Shots fired. Officer down.
Yeah. No, I don't know any. I don't know. I haven't talked to him today.
He hasn't.
I didn't wake up until a little bit later.
Well,
He hasn't. He was on chat actually. I think just after this, or before this, or during this. I think during this. He was on Zumach. He was on with Chad Zumach, and he has not, because of his situation. As I said, he's in a bad situation, which is something that, once again, us Yentas who are attacking him, we're discussing the terrible situation that he's in, and what could possibly be done. I mean, we're all far away. There's nothing we can really do about it, but it is a terrible situation in which. I won't go too far into it, but I don't think he's getting the help that he needs.
Shammy said he needs to have it looked at because he.
Well, I know. We told him last night. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he'll do it when he can.
Ball is in his court now.
But he's busy under attack from people like Nick, so maybe.
Well, see,
any excuse. She'll just
I care about Jake more than you. Sorry, here's the difference, right?
Oh,
I see Jake as a person. Ava sees him as like a celebrity podcaster.
He's just her dancing monkey, just like he is for everybody else here.
I love Jake, and what they were saying earlier, like this is just what he does. It's just for some reason now you have a problem with it because some of y'all are butthurt because he blocked you because he was trying to have
He didn't
sex
block
with somebody.
me though. He didn't do anything to me.
Krishan, I'm talking about Krishan. I'm saying, and then
I
don't even know what's
going on.
on.
Suddenly, I'm
There's
talking about Krishan. No, you were talking about Nick because you don't know what
Krishan was just acting like a little bitch. Like Jake was just like
Krishan isn't acting like a little bitch. You didn't even listen to
humbling him and letting him know he's the beta and that Jake is the alpha. And
all this bullshit.
And then Chris and him have their own other stuff. But you're acting like a broad.
Ava, I love you, but sometimes I hate that you're a psychology major.
She's not a
always
psychology
analyzing.
major. I guarantee she's not a psychology major. 100%. I'm almost certain if she is in college, it's some worthless degree and she came up with psychology major. She is not a psychology major because she doesn't listen to anybody. She doesn't empathize. She has no idea what's going on. If she is a psychology major, I hope it comes out soon that this was all just a bit or something that, is just making a paper or doing something or checking out, people's emotions and stuff like that, which is generally why I'm done. I'm not participating anymore.
That's being nice about it. I was about ready to say Ava's got you by the balls, dude.
No, because see, this is another guy that absolutely has no idea what Ava's talking about. They just going off of what Ava's saying.
She does make some good points.
I'm not a big fan of Jake, but she's got you, dude.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Like this is why.
Oh, she got some traction. You got some traction, Ava.
He keeps like
you convinced somebody of something.
Where he's like, I'm just like looking out for him, and like I think he needs help. Like, do you think like you doing a 2-hour shit fest on him 2 nights in a row is gonna help him?
See, you keep like saying things that aren't true. So one was 1 hour,
Exactly.
one was 3. There was no 2 hours.
He's purposely lying to shit on us. You got that, like if Krishan and Peeps and of course Nick is probably watching now. You got that she's purposely shitting on us and purposely making us look like assholes in front of these people.
Like, believe me or
timed
not,
out at an hour 50.
believe it or not, that 1 hour, that whatever it was, that 45-minute, 50-minute thing I did, that was supposed
Hour
to be
50.
it. And I know whatever. No, the one I did by myself. I know it was less than an hour.
Wendy, do you think that Nick is being needy with Jake, or am I like just out of line for saying that?
If I was needy, I would have sent him that video. Like, he didn't know for 3 days I even made it.
No, he doesn't sound needy, but
Okay.
he did
Shut
send
down again,
Jake the
Ava.
video.
I know,
No,
but
my-
I feel like Wendy, he was like, they did it. It was really
Yeah,
late
so-
at night,
yes,
and then he
explain
sent him
the
a link,
dumb shit that,
like 11, and Jake and
that you think.
I think that Jake probably would want like some time to prepare if he was going to have to defend every aspect of his life
Jake's
before
going
he
to prepare.
enters.
She knows nothing
first
about
off-
Jake. Do you think Jake's going to prepare? Jake is just going to run away from it. It's a reason why he won't unblock Krishan. It's not because it's because he doesn't want to admit that he did something wrong, legitimately, and he's embarrassed by it.
Does Jake give anyone else?
See, I know.
any
See.
time?
This is what I know more about psychology, especially about psychology of autistic people, and I'll just say the mentally handicapped because I've actually worked with them. She's not a psychology major. Not no.
For a link, and 2, Jake went live right after we finished, and you went on, so you know he was up.
I'm sitting here just thinking
No.
of
You went up and said,
gas
"Hey."
on this fire.
I think.
Go ahead.
What do you think, Ava?
I think that Jake can do whatever he wants to do, and you need to just get over it.
Accept it.
We think that Jake needs some serious help, and actually not only think that, we actually know Jake actually needs some help from private conversations, let's just say.
With you, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking for his relationship with Bobby, but like I'm talking to you, Nick.
Ava, I 100% agree. I've been through the whole cycle of what mumbling Nick has been, and I've come to the point where I just accept that Jake's gonna be Jake, and
that's kind of
I
what
may
that's
get blocked
exactly
out in the
what we were
future,
talking
and I'm
about.
not
Actually,
gonna.
That's exactly what we were talking about. Is it beneficial for Jake for us to be Jake is going to be Jake? No, that was basically the topic of the conversation. We weren't shitting on Jake. We were shitting on people like Bobby, Nick, and Ava, and the rest up here, who just encourage it, and just because Jake is going to be Jake, and they can't be asked to, or can't be arsed to, deal with it at all.
Try to
Fine, don't deal with it, but enabling them isn't helpful.
Personally, and it's just
No.
it is
But
what
then
it
we
is,
see the
right?
Ava who didn't understand.
Nick, did you hear
that
how
doesn't
elevated Bobby
understand
is?
that
I think
concept.
maybe you need to see a psychologist to work this shit out and then straighten this shit out with Jake. Because Bobby's there without therapy. But
Well, he
if
tried
Jake
to
doesn't need
straighten it
therapy, I think
No, I strongly disagree with that statement. No, fuck that. No, he's right. Fuck him.
Who?
Well,
Jake.
what do we do though? What do we do? What are we going to try to get him
No,
disciplined or
that's-
something?
that was
I don't know.
That was the
I don't
point of
know.
the conversation.
What
that
is
Ava-
there?
That's the point of the conversation that Ava was upset with us about. What do we do? That was the question. Until Ava showed up and just started fucking everything up and being a little cunt that she is.
I don't get bothered by him because I ignore him.
We're taking your mic away for a week.
Adversarial to be
You're grounded.
adversarial.
I mean,
What are you gonna do?
that is
Jake's gonna be Jake. I'm gonna be me. Nick's gonna be Nick, and Ava's got him by the balls for it. And
that's true.
I
deal
don't
with
worry
it.
about Jake.
Deal with it.
Doesn't have anything.
I don't
by
feel like
the balls.
Nick's gonna be Nick. He's become a different guy this week. He's just obsessed with Jake.
This is great.
Maybe he's got
It's
problems.
eating him up inside. Yeah.
Maybe
You found
that
out
is the
about this
problem.
last night.
Well,
Oh, my God.
every new thing I find out, it's getting worse for you, Nick. You need to let it go.
Let those excuses roll.
Time
That's
for
all
you
I
to
do.
move on.
This is like a fucking episode of The View.
Oh,
If you think this
A little
is- you
bit,
should
a little
watch
bit.
Nick's show. Nick should change
What?
the name of his channel into
You
The
know
View.
this episode reminds me of Family Feud.
Jake, you
I
need to
looked at it, I
like
just thought that
Jake.
was
If
funny.
you ever want to, you should talk to Nick. Like you need to straighten his ass out. out of control.
This is Jake is in the chat.
Let's straighten it out, Jake. Hey,
Yeah,
Ricky.
straighten it out,
What's up,
Jake.
buddy?
Written Asylum checking in, saying, "Hey, Nick." Fuck yeah,
What's
good
up,
to see you, Written
Ricky?
Asylum. Ava, what's up? Oh, Jake says
What's up?
no.
No, what did I
Yeah,
do?
And that's sort of the
What
point,
did you
right?
do? You fucking.
He can't
Look,
even tell me what I did.
You did 12
he
hours
does-
in 1
He
week. on
doesn't
the
know.
guy.
Now it's 12 hours.
See, it's okay when Jake decides not to talk to Nick, but it's not okay when Nick decides not to talk to Jake. It's not even Nick not wanting to talk to Jake. It's Jake not wanting to talk to Nick, which is a problem for Nick for some reason. Logic.
12 hours. No,
So
no,
wait till you-
Jake.
wait till
I'm
you see
done
the
with
next-
you.
wait
You
till you see
can't
the
be
next
done with
thing.
me. I'm done with. I'm just kidding, Jake.
You never know with Nick. He says he's kidding, but then he's gonna get three
shut
like
up.
beta guys together tonight and start whining about how Jake isn't paying attention to him anymore.
That was not the plan.
Cringy ass shit.
I
Stop
said-
with the
Did
beta.
you hear
alpha
about
shit.
these
It's
guys
fucking
complaining
retarded.
about us?
About Liquid and I. That was it. Touched on it. Then it turned into a whole thing with Ava.
Because
rising everybody
Well,
up.
It didn't.
Riling
It
everybody
didn't turn into a whole thing until Ava got on.
up in the fucking panel. Jake, what did I say? Tell me what I said, buddy.
What didn't you say?
He doesn't know
Exactly.
what I said. He's just going by your word.
That's
Exactly. That's exactly the problem, Ava. You don't know what was said. You're just sitting here attacking us, honestly, and making us look like assholes. And you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Nick is fake like WWE.
He is. 1 second he cares about Jake, the other second he's maligning him for a week straight.
Well, I don't know. I think maybe he did the shows because he does. Hold on.
Wherefore,
I think maybe he did the shows because he does
for
care
5
about
minutes,
Jake.
Ava's talking
If
about
he cared
Jake's
about
dick.
him, he would have those conversations privately.
Maybe
Well,
you
is that
shouldn't
fine?
be
And I
having
said
public
that was when
conversations
we
about
talked
Jake's
yesterday. I said
dick,
that was the fair
Ava,
criticism.
and his
Doing
masturbation.
it publicly
Masturbation.
may not have been the best thing, but Jake's always online. I don't know
Practices.
how I would have done that with Jake privately. I think I would have. I have no idea. Only time I
Jake-
talk to Jake is online.
Jake, did Nick try to reach out to you before he did a hit piece on you for 2 nights? in a
Jake,
row?
did I send you the link last night?
No,
Go look.
before. Did you try?
For what?
I'm asking Jake if you reached out to him before you went public and attacked him with 3 entas.
We didn't attack him.
Oh,
Jake,
there was
Jake,
no
don't let me send
before that.
screenshots. I will send screenshots, Jake, of the link I sent you.
The before that was
can you still
literally
access
watching
it?
the
'Cause it sounds
Stuttering
like you
John
blocked it
video.
like a broad.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
So when Jake was gonna block me, he was being a broad.
No, you blocked him.
I'm just
first.
saying, is blocking Nick for a broad?
So Jake is saying you haven't
Has not
discussed
discussed anything.
No, that's 100% fair. I did not discuss things with
No,
him
why
privately.
would
I was
we?
saying I sent the link to talk. I don't know how to talk to Jake privately. I don't have Jake's phone number.
Do you send him a DM? That's what I'm saying. It's like instead of talking to him privately, you started airing out all this like personal shit publicly without even him there. And then
You mean
after
like his
your
dick
10th show
size
about
and
it,
his
you finally
dirty
sent him a
underwear?
link. That's my point.
Which
Jake,
Ava
I didn't have a problem
does
with you,
just
buddy. I literally
about an
said,
hour after
if
this.
you watch it, Jake, watch if you can, if you have time, watch the like 50-minute video I made. And-
Yeah, watch
and-
a video of somebody shitting on you for an hour.
Well,
That's
watch, if yet that's what Lava
not-
thinks. Ava hasn't
not
even
that.
seen that video.
Yeah, see, Ava
Once again,
hasn't seen
people
it. He has
talking about
no
things they
idea.
don't
She
even
has
know
no
about.
idea what she's talking about.
Why are
Once
you
again,
two fighting?
I think she's. I don't know what. I
I
don't know
just
what her
felt the same
angle,
thing, so
angle is, or what
I'll
she's up
stop.
to, or what she's thinking she's doing. But all she's really doing is pissing people
Fuck
off.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Spawn's here.
We got
Well,
Spawn checking in saying,
Well, except for this group of whoever's.
Nick, yeah, Spawn has a beef with Jake right now. He said, Nick, Jake randomly wakes up hating people without even a fragment of an actual reason. A handful of people entertain that nonsense. However, most folks don't.
And these are the handful of people that entertain that nonsense. Which
I
is what the discussion
honestly,
is about.
Spawn, I've just come to the point where it's like Jake's gonna Jake. I don't know. I've tried every route to
Literally the problem.
You know, maybe let him know that maybe he should change his behavior a little bit, but it doesn't work anyway. It always falls on deaf ears. So Jake's my friend, so you know what do you do? What do you do?
Most folks
Put him
don't.
at
But
stage.
most folks also don't hold a seminar on Jake's finances and his microaggressions.
They literally spoke more about Jake's dick than we spoke about Jake's finances.
Like Nick did.
I didn't hold anything on his finances. You just what's his
Finance.
face said what he
It
said.
wasn't even about his finances. It was basically somebody made Peeps said some stuff, made some comments. I'm not going to repeat it. Unlike Ava, who continually repeated it through the entire thing because it was so incredibly bad, she had to repeat it and come back to it every 10 minutes. I'm not going to repeat it. But basically what it comes down to is that Jake can actually make quite a bit more money than he thinks through his donations and whatnot. He can actually make a pretty good amount of money and not interfere with his SSI. And even there's even a limit to where he can even make more than this limit. I think it's like $1,500 a month. And then after that, up to a limit, then he basically only gets 50 cents on the dollar for SSI. So let's say he makes like $50 over the limit, he'll still get $25 from SSI rather than the $50 that he might have got. So he'll still be get like $75. He still can make some pretty good money without having to interfere with his SSI. And that was the money and financial symposium that we had that Ava is so upset about.
I had no idea what he was talking about. That's it.
Okay.
None of that was in my video I made. I know nothing about it. It's not my business.
Nick, let it go. Everybody's moved on the show.
You keep bringing it back up.
Right? She's literally the only one who has not moved on the show. She is
You can't let go.
100%. It's like, is she doing a bit? Is she joking? Like, what's going on with her? I don't know.
I guess
I don't know. I'm done with her anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't care what she's doing.
Wendy, would you if Jake
what's
was
going on
live
with her.
streaming and he started jacking off, would you watch it?
See, exactly. Exactly. And this is the kind of shit that I yelled at her about on our little attack Jake thing. It's like she's always got to come around to fucking Jake's dick or somebody's dick or somebody masturbating or what are they masturbating to? She's like obsessed with Jake masturbating. It's like, why don't you just go over there? Why don't you just show up at his house and go fucking jack him off, Ava? Might as well. You seem to want to. You ask everybody the same question. What do you think about Jake's dick?
No.
It's constant.
He was very
Jake,
surly.
OG, Jake's talking to you, I think.
Well, he says, I will be on Lunatic Lounge tonight. I was just on Chad Zuma. Well, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. It's just on Chad.
Jake, how much did you pay to?
Hang on a second. We need a quick.
I got a couple haters that want to hate on me now.
Who's hating on you?
OG Mumbling Nick.
Who's
and Liquid
Mumbling
Cryptid.
Get on that show.
Damn.
50 and Chad.
Boom, Jake, because Chad posted it.
I don't know, the most upsetting thing about that is that Chad took it. He's like sitting there saying he was telling Jake. I saw the little interview. I saw Jake on Chad. And Chad was like, "You shouldn't have to don't send me money. You don't have to send me money to get on here." But he still took it. He still took Jake's $1.50, even though Jake even literally said it was his last $1.50.
Do y'all notice how Nick doesn't really sound like someone that's concerned about a friend? It sounds like he's kind of.
Well, when my wife gets
an
brought
attack.
into it, I kind of throw that shit out the window, Ava. Sorry.
Yeah, well, Jake can say whatever he wants to, though.
All right, and Jake
No,
can
he
come
can't.
on and tell it to my face if he's Mr. Beta. If I'm
Well, he's
Mr.
not
Beta,
gonna.
sorry.
Mr. Beta.
You got paid $1.50.
I know. Chad was so nice. He posted Jake's real name and everything. Posted the fucking receipt on X for everyone to see it.
I heard that you owe Jake money.
I probably do.
I heard.
I only
you're
paid him for that first appearance, so I owe him for that
a
second one.
weirdo fucking sexual degenerate that
I wish
wants
that set you
to
back.
see slow people.
The first one?
Yeah.
350.
To be fair, he didn't ask me for anything. He that day he got ripped off by somebody, so I paid him the $15 that person ripped him off.
Okay.
What was he wanting? He was asking for what, $1,000 the other night to make an appearance.
He should ask for $2,000.
That was for the power hour.
But yeah,
Yeah, for each episode.
He should be worth 2,000. To be honest, he should be worth 2,000 an appearance. And that's another thing that we were talking about on the show that was attacking Jake. I turned that off. Hold on, I need to fix this. Anyway, there's another subject of the show that we were attacking Jake is Jake should be significantly more popular than he is, and we're not exact. And we were coming up with things that like, how can we're just talking about. Hold on. Yeah, for some reason this rotated and I got it locked. Anyway, that was one of the subjects that came up when we were attacking Jake, is that we were talking about Jake should actually be significantly more popular than he is. And how can we make subtle suggestions to Jake to maybe have him try a few things out, because, in our incessant attacks.
That was not going to happen. Sorry, Jake.
This is fun. I'm sitting there. I'm getting people are attempting to shit on me in that Underverse chat. Is funny.
Oh, you're in that thing too?
Yeah, I don't know how how do I get out of that? Because it's really fucking stupid.
What is that?
I was going to make a point about this, but it's fucking dumb and doesn't matter. So yeah, that was the first show that Ava was on with Nick, and then right directly after that, and keep in mind through all that, Ava's whole point on being on that was to talk with Wendy. She asked Wendy a couple of questions about Stern, but mostly it was just attacking Nick with nonsense, just like what we saw. But and mostly this was going to be the end of my video, right? This is going to be the end of my stream, because I was just like, fuck off. This is where I was going to be like, fuck off, Ava. I want nothing to do with you. You're being an asshole. I don't know. Are you doing something? Are you doing a bit? Are you purposely making something happen? I don't know. I don't care. You're trying to make me look like an asshole for no reason, over stuff that you never even watched. And you have you're just showing like this really super weird sort of a attachment. I guess I'll just say it. She's got like this parasocial fucking relationship with Jake. She knows nothing about him. I know more about Jake than she does. Everybody on that panel knows more about Jake than she does. So anyway, so I got in after doing that. Nick told me, oh, hey, she was actually on the show directly after as well. And she mentioned us. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go in and I'll check it out. And boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. This is going to be great. You guys are going to, oh my God. I had a lot of fun editing this.
I was doing.
Yeah. How you doing today, Jake?
So
first Jake comes on, right? And because later in the episode, or later in this stream, Ava talks about what a masterclass Jake did on taking down Mumble and Nick at the beginning of the show. And I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, he mentions mumbling there like a couple. Let's just watch this and we'll get into it. This is what Ava thinks is a masterclass at taking somebody down, by the way.
I will give a statement on this show. The last 24 hours has been the last, I don't know time but I just want to, right now I'm dealing with a toothache. I'm dealing with.
Yes, you are.
He is dealing with a toothache, as we said. His teeth are fucked. He needs to go to an orthodontic, orthopedic, whatever, a dental surgeon. He needs to have everything wiped out and replaced. His teeth are fucked. Absolutely fucked. He needs somebody to go in there and take care of him. And that's a fact. But this is what Nick was talking about in his original video, where Jake knows, or as far as Nick is concerned, I should say, Jake knows what he's doing here. He's smarter than what people give him credit for. And so he goes in and he starts these sort of things in order to get sympathy for what he's done. And then here we have the people who, as we said, are what we consider to be sort of the enablers, the issue with some of Jake's quote friends. The people that just say, "Oh, Jake's gonna Jake."
And and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I know I made some mistakes. I know I've done some wrong stuff. The reason why I went to lizard form today, because
Which honestly I think is a pretty cool avatar. He should stick with it.
I know I made some mistakes. I've done people dirty, and I'm sorry, Tiff. Sorry, Tiffany, about everything I've ever done.
Well, I understand and I respect that, Jake. So thank you.
I know. I don't. So sorry, I'm trying to like get my words together here. I know that you're going through a hard time right now, and I'm trying to respect you more than the reason why I said no to power hours, because I want to respect you in your wishes in bards.
I'm just going to get to the part where he talks about Nick.
Thank you. Thank you, Jake.
And his masterful takedown.
We got to set boundaries, and that's something that's hard. Sometimes people don't want to set boundaries with me, but you have to. Or
once again, a thing that we were literally talking about on the show that Ava said we were criticizing him for is that his actual friends and people who care about him need to set boundaries with him. Literally what he just said.
I know.
Yeah.
And
Jake gets it.
And they agree.
And you're also
Ava.
dealing with MS too, so.
Oh, honey, Jake, I am a bundle full of mistakes and like a big
I don't know why I
broken
left this part in.
thing that is literally only kept together with super glue and tape. So you're fine, Jake. I will survive. I always do. But yeah, this is right now. Everybody else doesn't see that because they're
I decided the lizard.
The lizard.
Did I put that part in? I guess it doesn't.
When you'll pop off with some.
It doesn't matter. Then nothing happened here. It was just Jake being Jake, as it were.
I got number one. I got a tooth problem. I'm also been dealing with like issues that people that don't understand. By the way, I got one of my issues cleared up. I just want to say thank you to Dan over at Nice Podcast.
So here's the thing, like Dan at Nice Podcast, stupid, great. Thank you for giving Jake the $25 that KB owes him. Several people have already done that at this point.
For paying off a debt that he didn't owe.
Speaking of all this, go ahead.
I just want to let people know that my debt with the debt that Kevin Brennan, the $25 that Kevin Brennan.
While I was working, I was able to catch
Here we go.
payment as a lizard, and that
for paying off a debt that he didn't owe.
Speaking of all this,
it was just all that. It was just Jake.
I just want to let people know that my debt with the debt that Kevin Brennan, the $25 that Kevin Brennan owes me is no more because Dan took care of the problem. Dan took care of it because it's something that Dan's a good gentleman.
Can we acknowledge that Jake Hudson, in response to Nick's needy behavior, his performance on
I would like to acknowledge this was completely unprompted. She just came in with that
on your show. He came in as a lizard, and that first opening
Obsessed
set
much,
of lines
Abba?
was legendary.
Can you talk about? She literally cannot talk about anything else.
He was definitely affected. Yeah,
that was amazing. Yeah.
It was. I agree.
Anyway, there was a point I forgot. I could go back and try to find it, but that's boring, and I'm not going to do it. There was a point where Jake was upset that Nick had blocked him, but he failed to point out that he found out Nick had blocked him when he went to go block Nick. And no, of course, nobody pointed that out. I mean, it was literally on Bobby's show, and most of these people were there. Wait, was it on Bobby's show? Yeah, it was on it was on Jake's show, and Bobby was there. And so was Ava. And nobody seemed to point out that Jake got upset that he was already blocked when he went to go block Nick.
Yeah, it was one of his better ones.
Yeah.
And nobody called him out on it. As I said, you guys are.
I made the mistake of shifting the focus away from him for a minute, and he bailed. Though that's the only thing. That's the only thing.
While I was working, I was able to catch some of you on his show. Like, his turn.
Yeah, he wanted to have his turn to talk.
Yeah, I saw that too. So, it was fairly dull.
I was trying to tell him I don't think anybody over there, on the show.
I need to cut a promo. Do you?
Hey, no, he didn't do that. He didn't do that though. I think he's genuine.
Let me TLDR the extremely hilarious and fascinating and awesome episode of Jake Hudson that they were talking about. I don't know why Mumble and Nick blocked me. Yeah, Jake, I think he's actually a pretty good guy. There you go. There's the whole show. That's the whole part. There you go. Got it.
He's genuinely confused and hurt.
That's what I told Nick last night. I was like, Jake is probably just like, wait, what? Why are you on my shit? And I feel like that's kind of what Jake was conveying today.
We weren't on big shit, by the way.
Yeah,
I've already pointed out several.
But yeah, I told him that, like, you had
what was actually said in the stream that Ava is upset about, and what Ava is saying, which are two totally different things, because she didn't fucking listen and she doesn't want to.
His back,
and she's I don't know, she's doing some sort of thing. I have no idea what's going on.
Always. But I didn't mean, but I also didn't want to like step into like your stuff, because y'all have known each other much longer. So I
get it.
I was only criticizing Nick.
We've literally all known Jake much longer.
We don't care either way.
But I know none of these people hate him though. Who did the show about him yesterday.
That is correct. We were
but I feel like they're throwing him under the bus a little.
We were not
for like no reason.
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. He hasn't even watched it. It's literally been like I think exactly after the last show ended was when this one started. So obviously he hasn't watched it.
Probably. I mean, like I've said, I've dealt with Jake for over 2 years now, and have I had the exact same feelings that they have? Have I done shows talking about Jake? 100%. 100%.
What's in my hand?
So why aren't you
and
yelling
guess
at him,
where
Baba?
Jake is right now? He's still doing the same.
So why aren't you yelling at Bobby for attacking Jake right
thing.
now?
So it's not going to help. It's not going to help.
If it ain't broke,
we were actually 100% under no illusion that what we were going to say wasn't going to help. We just wanted to talk to it. Well, it wasn't really me so much, because I'm just like whatever. But mostly it was Krishan and Peeps and Dick, who were mostly concerned about how is it they can help and what exactly it is that could be doing. And Peeps really gave sort of the history better than Bobby. He actually gave a history rather than just saying, well, Jake's gonna Jake. I've known him for years and Jake will do Jake stuff. Peeps actually fucking gave us some history and what's going on with Jake.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It is.
Well,
broke.
and that's the thing, you got to realize too, what Jake does and the way he does it is kind of what gets him the attention that he gets in this whole universe. So.
Well, it's like he even like within this universe, he has his own like moral universe and his own just. I don't know. He's just one of the most original broadcasters I've ever seen. I think. And like
not exactly a great
he's
thing.
definitely
been saying that shit, man.
Scott's been saying it for a long time. Yeah.
Oh, Scott. Oh, fuck yeah.
Just because you're not doing what everybody else is doing doesn't mean you're doing something right.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Scott.
Scott. Actually, Stormy says my goal is to be blocked by Jake.
I would be
didn't used to be that way.
Yeah, I feel like that's the same thing as like Don Rickles, like busting your balls. Like
It is
it's
not.
like it's an
It's
honor.
the same thing as
I got
an
blocked
internet
by
person
Jake.
blocking you.
Power hour.
Well, we just apologized to each other, so I'm hoping to
So I
get
blocked
blocked.
him. I blocked Jake back before he could block me again.
Yell at Ava. Yell at her, Ava. Yell at her,
I'd
Ava.
like to say same.
This is where Ava goes into tiff, right? This is
Oh,
where
I'll
Ava
block him
really
again,
lays
though.
into her.
One
I feel
day.
like today I'm learning a lot of people are just like
Oh
in
wait,
block wars with him.
not?
Where they want to block him
Oh
first.
no, we
He
stopped the whole block war. He's the one that started it,
Wait,
then begged for us, then
Ava, I thought
unblocked
that was
us.
a
So
freedom
then
move.
we
I thought that was something that you don't do to Jake. Jake does that to you.
ended up in a little cycle for a bit. And
Once again, I'd like to remind you that less than an hour ago, she was yelling at Nick for all this exact stuff.
then we got done with it.
I understand.
He's always the
And I
one
didn't
that
do
talks.
shit. All I was doing was being on panel.
I hope all you motherfuckers enjoy this game that you're playing with Jake.
It's not a
Yeah.
game. He
I'm
just
not
does this.
important. I'm not important enough to block. Apparently,
Me neither.
Apparently Nick
I
is.
thought you were serious for a second. Holy shit!
I feel left out.
I do too.
Not a big deal.
He hasn't blocked me yet either, and I don't know why.
I told Jake, because Jake's blocked me a few times, and what I told him from the beginning, I never give him hell over blocking me. I tell him he can come back anytime. You know, that's just part of Jake. To me, I know not everybody can handle Jake, and they ain't got the tolerance for him, but I got like the top tolerance for him because I know who Jake is.
And once again, this is, I keep repeating it. This is one thing that was discussed in our attack on Jake is this beneficial to Jake? Is this sort of attitude beneficial
I'm not
to
going
Jake?
to, if you expect too much out of him, you're just setting him up to fail, man.
See,
he's
Scott.
going to be what he's going to be. And I just let him come and go in my life as he wishes,
See, Scott's a real man. And that's what I was trying to tell Nick and Krishan.
Yeah.
Is like, you guys are acting like a
No, he's just an internet person who doesn't really give a shit about Jake, and just like Jake will come in, he'll have some fun, and then he'll leave, and that'll be it. Whereas we were discussing, hey, how can we actually help Jake out?
bunch of little bitches. Like I'm concerned about Nick and his needy stalkerish behavior. And
this is literally 4 shows in a row where Ava is talking about Jake. Our show, on Jake's show directly after, and this is the second show of Bobby Nick's. This is quite literally, Nick has done 2 shows talking about Jake, and this will be my second and more than likely last. But already within 24 hours, this is the 4th show Ava has been on talking about Jake. So tell me, Ava, who's the needy, who's the person who's really needy and needs Jake's attention and all these people's attention?
He's building up for Jake. It's like, let Jake be Jake. I feel like this is about Nick when it really comes down to it.
No, this
is what makes Jake kind of fascinating.
You made this about you. This is about your being needy and parasocial and whatever the fuck is going on in your head, because you've got some weird sexual fantasies coming up.
He's one of the most interesting people I've met since I've started doing this podcast. I could be a fly on the wall watching.
You're not blocked by Jake. He don't like you.
As I said, I've actually worked with autistic people and the handicap, and he's not that interesting. I mean, he needs help. He definitely needs help. He needs some sort of intervention to get in there and get him some real actual help that he needs. And it doesn't look like his family is doing that. And as a stranger on the internet, there's not much I can do about it.
It is another thing. Go ahead.
Nick was like taking shots about like, oh, when Jake is alone on the stream and it's the first 15 minutes.
Taking shots, it was fucking advice.
Like he was trying to criticize that. And I'm like, that shit's awesome too. Like Jake,
that's part of the funny about it, man. He's funny as hell.
Yeah, but like these 4 people think, oh, that's funny, that's great, I love that. But if you're actually trying to make some money, which Jake obviously is because he's constantly sending out the links to donate to him, we're just, Nick just said, hey, you're smart, you're intelligent, you know things are going on. Jake is really up on current events and issues. Talk about that while nobody's on. That's all. It's not taking shots.
All these little quirks he does, that's funny, man. That's entertaining to me.
Yeah, because he's your little dancing monkey. And you don't want to see your little dancing monkey succeed, because then he'll be somebody else's little dancing monkey, or he'll be popular and then you'll be pushed out and you won't have your little dancing monkey anymore.
I feel like Nick got that before he got obsessed with Jake.
Can we just go back here? Hold on. Let me just go back here. Let's just see.
I'm like, that shit's awesome too. Like Jake just
that's part of the funny about it, man. He's funny as hell.
Right.
All these little quirks he does, that's funny, man. That's entertaining.
I mean, it is.
Me
for
too.
other people.
I feel like Nick got that before he got obsessed with Jake.
He's not obsessed.
You know, it was great. One time I put one of Jake's streams where he doesn't talk very much, you know, but it's just himself, right? I was playing it. While doing the podcast, right? And every once in a while, you know, you'll hear Jake make some noises, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "What the fuck is that?"
I'll be honest with you, I left that in because that is a fantastic idea and I really like it. But once again, that's not going to make Jake any money.
You know?
Literally 5 minutes they joke about
Krishan's
Jake's
acting
dick.
like a little bitch, but it's like Jake's a virgin. Like, let him fucking like see if he can get something going with Ashley.
But she's manipulating him. That's the problem.
He might strike out, but he's got to practice on something.
Yeah, let him.
Besides Barney.
I mean, I gotta say, you know, I've blocked women, or I've blocked women and other friends for women before.
Of course you did.
Yeah, right now we're all getting blocked on this channel.
Yeah. Nobody doubts Bobby has done whatever a woman has wanted for the chance at maybe seeing a titty, maybe having his penis played with.
Well, that's a fair point, but do you think Jake and the Ashley girl, is that realistic?
No, she's just
but like
probably not. No.
Well, maybe, but I mean, but that's between them two, and like you maybe let him get horny. And,
it is. Yeah, you're right. I'm not trying to.
See what I mean? All she fucking wants to talk about is Jake being horny in his dick. I mean,
well, Nick and Krishan are
women before.
Oh.
Yeah, right now we're all getting blocked on this channel.
Well,
back a little bit.
That's a fair point, but do you think Jake and the Ashley girl, is that realistic?
No, but like
probably not. No.
Well, maybe, but I mean, but that's between them two, and like you maybe let him get horny. And,
it is. Yeah, you're right. I'm not trying to stop it.
I know, but Nick and Krishan are
literally 2.5 minutes talking about Jake's masturbation habits. And I would like to point out that Nick and Krishan have never talked about Jake's sexuality. Well, at least didn't in our stream. Maybe they have before. I don't know. I don't see Nick doing it. But yeah, then they did about a good 2.5 minutes talking about Jake's the way he masturbates and stuff like that. It was really disgusting. I didn't want to put it in there.
I was bringing them up because I feel like it would be awesome to start a band with Jake on vocals.
Remember, everybody, Nick is the one who's obsessed with Jake.
Sounds like Jesus Lizard, because that guy kind of just like talks in this.
Nick is definitely the one who's obsessed, Sava.
I don't know. And if Jake is just like
you're having like band fantasies and fantasies of watching him masturbate and fantasies of and fantasies of him getting laid and shit.
Like it.
Jake, yeah, Nick is definitely the one.
I've done karaoke on here before.
What did
Kyoto has. I don't know.
What did Jake sing
Scott
for karaoke?
Obsessed much, Java? I don't think I've talked about Jake this much on Jake's fucking show.
Fuck. What was it, Scott?
Jake
I can't really remember. It's something to be kind of a. He favors country. It seemed like he's kind of a country.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So how about Jake's gym dog?
What's a gym dog, Ava? Huh? You know, Nick and everybody's so obsessed with Jake.
His what?
Gym dog? His penis.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Is that what they're calling it these days?
He's going to be the one that are clearly
Is Gym Dog out there?
Well,
yes,
I've only seen
the one that's obsessed, Ava. Yes, and another 2.5 minutes talking about Jake's penis and masturbation habits and his filthy underwear that he didn't change. I think that should probably be done in private, don't you, Ava? Don't you? Are you listening still? Have you left yet? That seems like something you should be talking about in private with Jake and not on the internet with a bunch of fucking internet losers like yourself. And remember, you're his friends. You really care about him. You care about him so much. It's obvious.
Yeah.
So what's your deal? Like, what do you do? Like,
and I just left that in there because Ava has this fucking. She's just a weirdo. She doesn't know she doesn't know anything about the internet etiquette. She loves to try to figure out all the personal information about every fucking buddy. She tries it on me constantly. These people complied. She'd literally everybody on this panel. She'd asked, "So what's your deal? What do you do? Where do you live? What's your name? What's going on with you?" You know, it's like, are you compiling a list, Ava? Are you getting ready to go get some skin suits or something? Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. What size are you? Anyway, that's what I got. Oh, wait. I got one more thing.
I got a couple haters that want to hate on me now.
Who's hating on you?
OG Mumbling Nick.
Who's Mumbling Nick?